So, are compatible toner cartridges worth the money? As you've probably noticed, HP own brand cartridges can be pricey, so it's tempting to go for the cheaper option of a compatible. But are they any good, is the question. So we bought two HP M254 compatibles on Amazon and metaphorically put them to the sword. To answer the ultimate question, is the cheaper option worth it? And if you end up feeling like going for either of the two brands we're looking at here, I've put links in the description below which will take you straight to the right product. But that's not all. Towards the end of the video, I'll reveal a hidden bonus that both these two brands offer, a bonus that takes you to a whole new level of not spending money. So, Bachelor number 1 is a student of the bare bones school of packaging, while Bachelor number 2, which is actually in inverted commas remanufactured, has some basic branding rather than multinational chic. So what about quality? Well, as it happens, there's absolutely no objective standard for measuring the quality of what desktop printers produce. So I'm going to save us all a bunch of time and show you these actual prints which were done with both of the test cartridges in the machine. And I'll just say that for over 2 months now we've been printing booklets, invoices and labels with these two cartridges and sending them out willy-nilly to customers. When it comes to yield, how much work you get out of a cartridge, we have got the surgical tools that were lacking when trying to judge the quality, in the form of the ISO IEC 19798 protocol. That's how HP themselves define the yield of their toner cartridges, and it's based on printing these exact 5 pages. It's actually a bit tricky because there's waste toner being stored in the cartridge as it goes along, but by weighing the cartridge at various key points and in key states, I calculated the refreshed cartridge's magenta would need 22.5 grams of toner to yield the 2,500 pages we're looking for, but it actually had 38 grams in. That's almost 2 times the amount of toner we would expect. The other brand contained 32 grams, still almost 1.5 times more toner than you'd need to get the job done. So both of these compatibles over-delivering on yield. Long story short on price, both of these cartridges are in the ballpark of 1/4 of the price of HP. As the saying goes, you do the math. Except that I already did it. So we don't want ourselves, our loved ones and the planet to disappear in a cloud of carbon dioxide, right? So I mentioned earlier that one of these cartridges was, in inverted commas, remanufactured, which means, and I quote, the cartridge has been produced predominantly from reuse components. But that's actually a good thing. Reuse is the gold standard of low carbon, as opposed to recycling, where energy has to be used to transform the old into raw materials again. Even the most sensitive components of a toner cartridge, such as the OPC drum, won't experience significant wear in a print run of only 2,500 pages. So it makes sense that a lot of the cartridge can in fact be reused. And now the long promised bonus benefit. Both of these brands, and we've checked, can be refilled simply by taking out 2 screws, taking out the plug and pouring toner in, which gets you to a whole new level of printing chintziness. Again, I've put links below to these exact brands. So all in all, both of these cartridges did actually do what it said on the tin, but the remanufactured does have the low carbon credentials and was $1.50 cheaper before tax. So our overall pick is the remanufactured, and that will be the first link below the video. If you can't get on board with remanufactured, the runner-up is the second link below. And as the tortilla vendor often said, that's a wrap. Hasta la vista.